You know, these 3 to 4 weeks, these final 3 to 4 weeks building up to the British Championship, I pretty much dedicate everything to trying to go as fast as I possibly can uphill, and a very specific hill, and that becomes my goal and my daily focus. There's a very clear sense of purpose every single day I wake up when I have this to aim for. Whoa. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to what will now begin a series of videos leading up to the Hill Climb Championships here in the UK in about 3 weeks time, or 3 weeks yesterday actually. I think the championships are on the 27th, which will be the last Sunday, the last weekend of October. So I'm going to be doing some like almost daily videos of just my day-to-day training, eating, preparation, whatever. All of that good stuff leading up to it. Yesterday was the Welsh Hill Climb Championships, and I didn't enter it this year, and I haven't entered any hill climbs now for the next couple of weeks. The only hill climb I have now is the National Hill Climb Championship. So really I can just chill out and be at home and just be in my own space and just prepare in that regard. So I didn't end up riding yesterday, Sunday. Because on Saturday I went out for a group ride, my first group ride for a while, because obviously I've been away racing on the weekends. So it was nice to get out with the group, and we did like 3 hours, just over 3 hours of riding, and like, you know, social pace, that type of thing. And yesterday, Sunday, I was fairly like tired. I'd slept a lot longer than usual, and that wasn't like me, so I decided to not train yesterday. So instead I'm going to train today. I'm going to do a turbo session because the wind is like really stormy outside, so I'm not going to go out because the weather's going to impact my training session too much. I have been keeping a little bit of an eye on what other riders are doing, seeing like what their performances are like, and you know, where their form is. And actually it's really, really good to see so many riders who are competitive at these hill climbs in the UK. Like, it's so good to see them like all at a very similar level. But October, November, December are probably the busiest months of the whole year for me. So it's lucky that this time of year in terms of events is fairly quiet, because like with the coaching, a lot of my clients are like coming on board at this time of year. A lot of people are starting to think about what they're going to do next year. You know, things like reviews, consultations and things like that, they all kind of happen more often than not, I find, like in this 3 month period. So throw on top of that, trying to buy a house, and you know, British Hill Climb Championships. Yeah, you know, there's a fair bit of stuff going on. You all should be familiar with this setup here. Bike just there, office desk, everything set up. All I have to do is just send that desk up. So essentially it's just a standing desk, sit to stand desk, and I set it to about 100 centimeters. So the fan is underneath, blows me, I just move the chair out the way, bike comes down, and then away we go, just train on there. So microphone and everything, when I do the live streams. So that's there. It's a very simple setup, but when you're in a flat, it's essentially like making the most of the space you got. Alright, you're in my fridge right now, so I can't leave this door open for very long. I've just jumped off the bike. Charlie's on the bike now. I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm not. Saved it. So yeah, I've just finished a Zwift race, and following on from yesterday's video, because this is just a continuation. I did some good training yesterday, and today I followed that. Backed that up with another good session this morning, which was essentially like 1 minute, about 550 watts, 1.5 minute recovery, and then repeated that 3 times, and then had like a 10-minute rest period, and then did like 1 more set. Or was it 2 more sets? Or was it 1.5? Actually, no, I think it was 2, I think. I can't remember, it was like over 12 hours ago. But I've just got off the bike, done a Zwift race, which was pretty hard. There was a couple of hard efforts in, but overall it was fairly hard. 348 watts normalized for, was it like 48 minutes? So yeah, it was really solid. And I'm in charge of food tonight because Charlie's now Zwift racing herself. And we've been having HelloFresh meals the last 5 weeks. And more than anything, just to kind of spice up, give it a bit of variety, because you end up like eating the same things and cooking the same things. So we save the recipes and then we reuse them. Sorry, HelloFresh. Not sponsored anyway, so... So tonight we're having like a fragrant lamb noodle stir fry, but what I tend to do is I tend to buy extras. So I've bought extra protein. So the protein sources we're having this week with our meals, we've got some white fish, we've got some lamb mince, we've got some chicken, and then I double up. So like whatever meat we're having, for example, although we do have, vegan or vegetarian meals as well. But in order for me to hit a higher protein intake, I tend to go out and then buy extra protein. And then depending on what the session will be, or what day I'm on, I will cut some things out of the meal. So for this one, we're having noodles. Now Charlie will always take a portion to work with her tomorrow, the next day. So we kind of like, we make enough for 3 people, but I'm not going to be having any carbs with this meal tonight. Well, I say that, I mean, we've got like mushrooms and things like that, and sauces. So it's kind of minimal carbs. It's not like direct carbs, as we'd call them, or as I call them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up for an endurance ride tomorrow. Really low intensity. And it's going to be like mid-morning. So I'm going to have very little carbohydrate tonight. I'm going to have virtually no carbohydrate tomorrow morning. and go out for that ride with no carbohydrate. And then when I come back in the afternoon, I'm going to start the recovery process. I'm going to start slowly introducing carbohydrate. Protein intake is going to be kept like pretty high during this time period, but it will be over the next 3 weeks anyway. And then we'll think about Thursday session. So because there's over more than a day and a half, probably more like 48 hours until my next sort of big session, or set of intervals, this is what I'll do. I'll cycle carbohydrates essentially, but when I'm doing this, I don't deprive myself of things. Like tonight we have some of these goo pots, the honeycomb zillionaire, so I'm going to be having one of those tonight while we're watching a TV show that we have really discovered that we quite like, and there's not many things we watch together, and we like on Tuesday nights to have a goo pot and watch Only Murders in the Building, where Steve Martin, Selena Gomez, and who's the other guy? I can't remember his name.
Viper says, hey, Aviation Twitter, I have a question for you. If both the pilots of a commercial airplane are compromised, can't air traffic control take remote control of the aircraft? The answer today is no, they can't, because they don't have the equipment on them. And actually, aerospace engineers are...
There's a really good quote that I keep coming back to in times like this, and that's success demands a lot from us. Sometimes it demands everything from us, and we give it everything we have, and we dedicate months, weeks, days to achieving or chasing whatever it is. But success, it never guarantees anything, and yet we will still dedicate all of that to trying to achieve that success. I do feel like lots of us are in a similar situation, a similar boat, because it doesn't matter what your goal is, doesn't matter how far away it may be, it doesn't matter if you're close to achieving it, it doesn't matter if there's no signs of you achieving it in the not too distant future. I believe we have dreams and goals for a reason. They're always personal to us. They're always different between each of us. I don't think we have them just for us to have them and then they disappear, but I think we have them for a reason. I think they're there for us to grasp and chase. These 3 to 4 weeks, these final 3 to 4 weeks building up to the British Championship, I pretty much dedicate everything to trying to go as fast as I possibly can uphill, and a very specific hill, and that becomes my goal and my daily focus. There's a very clear sense of purpose every single day I wake up when I have this to aim for, and I really enjoy it. I feel like it really gives me a purpose, and there's other moments throughout the season where the 3 to 4 weeks to 6 weeks is a magical time frame that has me focused and dialed in, and I just really enjoy these periods. Today's been a good session. The 2 hours have flown by. I've had very, very little carbohydrate today, and it's now just gone midday, so I'm gonna get home. I'm gonna get back to normal eating pattern, and we're gonna get back into the saddle tomorrow. So thanks for watching this vlog. We are just under 3 weeks out now and looking forward to it day by day. So yeah, I will see you in the next video.